Janet Wakeland here with Remarkably Created. Sorry for being so late. Technical issues, I should have known better. No excuses, guys. You know, it just goes to show that no matter how long you've been doing Stampin' Up, how long you've been doing videos, you can still make a silly error. So what we're going to be talking tonight is about 12 amazing gifts or bundles of gifts that you can give to your favorite crafters, or you can suggest to your family to give to you. All of the products that I'm going to showcase for you will either have a discount personally through me or a free gift with purchase through me, depending on what that is. All of the details on all of the products, which ones are discounted, which one has a free gift, will all be in my newsletter tomorrow, Monday. So let's turn the camera around and let's take a look at some of these really fun crafting products. And then you see that some of them are in really fun, different stockings. Depending on the bundle that you purchase, you will receive a stocking and a gift tag from me to go ahead and wrap your gift up. So this gift here is a suggestion for an embossing kit for your favorite crafter. The embossing tool does come in a box. I have it out of the box right now just so I can talk to you about it for just a little bit. Embossing is a technique where you need a wet ink, you need something called embossing powders, and you need a heat tool to go ahead and make that powder rise and give you that beautiful embossed look. Stampin' Up's heat tool has 2 heat settings. It has a nice protective case around the hot tip so you don't need to worry about burning yourself. It has a little stand so that your hot tip never rests on a countertop of matte paper or anything like that. In addition, it's very quiet, okay? I've had this one for quite a long time, so it has really lasted me. The Versamark ink is the wet ink that is recommended for crafting, and I always recommend a refill with that. And we have a couple of different packs of assorted embossing powders. So a embossing kit would be great for your favorite crafter, especially those that love different techniques, love those extra fancy craft cards and crafts and that little extra on their projects. So another idea is something just as simple as our new Stampin' Blending brushes. These are going to allow your crafter to apply ink through a mask, to use other different templates and stencils, also just to do some really pretty background sunrises, sunsets, water looks, all kinds of possibilities with the Stampin' brushes. And how many you give to your favorite crafter would be up to your budget. They do come 3 to a pack, which is a great way just to kind of get started. And they can be used with more than one color. You just simply rinse them till they run clear. They may no longer look white and clean, but as long as they run clear under the sink, they can be used with the next color. So great possibilities there. Another fun option, if you have a crafter in your life who loves to color, Stampin' Up's Watercolor Pencils, and we do have several different assortments of colors, are perfect. Even though they have the name watercolor in them, they can be used simply as a coloring pencil. However, because they are watercolor pencils, you can take the blender pencils and you can start to then blend over them, giving you that watercolor look. And then just something also fun to work with the watercolor pencils is Stampin' Up's chalk marker. It's not a very common purchase, so it's something that I know that they would appreciate and are not likely to have in their crafting stash. So that's an idea there for you. Another idea is just some basic tools. And I picked 3 of my basic tools that I use over and over again in my studio. And that is our bone folder. The bone folder is using for a nice deep crease. Can be used to score, can be used for curling ribbon, can be used to curl the edge of paper, can be used to break up fiber on cardstock. Lots of fun stuff, and I will actually be doing a Facebook Live just on the bone folder this week alone. Stampin' Up's paper snips, extremely sharp, great to work with. They do have a little storage case and then a protective plastic sheath over the tip. And then I like to call this the MacGyver tool. This is our U-pick tool, and it has different attachments that you can put into it. In this case, this is a putty tool that's going to allow you to pick up those small sequins and things like that and apply them right to your project. This is a spatula for scooping up those self-adhesive embellishments. And then there's a paper piercing tool. It can also be used to poke out some of those, just those tiny, tiny little pieces of paper that seem to get stuck in the tiniest little hole on your dies, but also for paper piercing. There are 2 impressor tips, 2 little roller ball, and then a refill. So kind of the MacGyver tool, and a really, really great versatile tool for your favorite crafter. And again, that favorite crafter can be yourself, guys. I'm not gonna judge if you're your favorite crafter. I mean, I'm my favorite crafter. Okay, so another idea is simply just to get your favorite crafter an assortment of embellishments. How many packs you get them, which ones you get them, it's going to be, again, dictated by your budget, but there are many, many to pick from in the Stampin' Up! Catalog. And crafters love embellishments. Embellishments never go to waste. They are just something that just add that little extra bling, that little extra touch, matte finish, dots, you know, teardrop shape, pearls, stars, you name it, lots of options. So a great fun choice there for your favorite crafter. And then another idea is just simply to give them something very, very practical. And that's an assortment of adhesives. And these are the 5 adhesives that I use all of the time. And that's our mini Stampin' Dimensionals, our self-adhesive, our regular little dimensional, sorry about that, our mini glue dots. Now that I've learned the dauber trick, and if you've missed out on that, comment below and I'll give you the link for that. But now that I've learned the dauber trick, I am using the multi-purpose liquid glue and then of course the tear and tape. The adhesive sampler will be these 5, and it will include a dauber to keep their fingers from getting sticky with all of those adhesives. Then yet another idea is our paper pumpkin kit. Our paper pumpkin is a subscription program whereby you can choose to simply just get them 1 kit. You could choose to purchase a code and they could enter it and they could get January's code. The other option that you have is to get them a 3-month, 6-month, or 12-month subscription, ensuring that they think of you at least 3 months out of the year, but of course 6 months or 12 months every time they go to their mailbox. Paper crafting kits, again, as I mentioned, will show up once a month in their box. They do include an exclusive stamp set. The very first kit that they get will have a clear block so that they can use those stamps. It also has 1 to 2 ink spots depending on the project. It has full color instructions. It has all of the paper pieces needed. It has embellishments and twine depending, or ribbon depending on the projects. Again, the extras that are with the kit are totally dependent on what's in that month's kit. They are paper crafting kits, the majority of which are card kits. Your crafter would then have access to a newsletter, which will give them a little bit of sneak peeks of upcoming kits. And they have the ability to skip a kit if they decide that the next one coming isn't something that would interest them. So your 12-month kit could actually extend much further when they skip a few months if it's not something, again, that is to their liking that particular month. So again, a very thoughtful gift. If you've got someone who loves to craft but maybe have downsized their living arrangements recently, somebody who's traveling and spending a lot of time in an RV, someone living in a dormitory, maybe you have a crafting friend who loves to go to their vacation home, but they don't like to take all of their crafting supplies. This is perfect to take on the road, and this is something that goes on the road quite often with me. Another very, very thoughtful gift is Stampin' Up's paper trimmer. Stampin' Up's paper trimmer is one of the best that I have ever worked with, and I've got this pile of stockings here. Let's see if we can just move them off to the side for just a second. Is one of the best that I've ever worked with, and I've worked with a lot of trimmers in my last almost 26 years. And whether they were Stampin' Up trimmers, big box store trimmers, something I found online or at different kind of expos that I went to for crafters, this is amazing. First, it has a very, very slim footprint, so it's not going to take up a lot of space. It also has both the cutting and the scoring tool, and they can be kept out of way while you're working with one or the other. You don't have to spread this apart and pull one out, thereby potentially maybe losing it, misplacing it. And then of course, you don't have to put any wear and tear then on this arm here by constantly pulling those in and out. This piece here is extremely snug, and it really does help hold your paper in. The other thing about this trimmer is it has a lip top and it has a lip bottom. The nice thing about that little lip is it is something that you can press your paper against, and it keeps your paper from kind of doing that little shift and then being off by just that tiny little millimeter, which is just crazy. So where is vanilla with red stripe, I'm not sure what you're asking about, Donna. All of the details will be in my newsletter tomorrow, as far as all of the stockings I've already shown and what's in them, and the pricing, and then my personal offers that I'm doing for the next 2 weeks. So all of those details will be there for you. So let's just get back to the trimmer here for a second. I didn't want to miss out on helping Donna with her question. But again, it has that nice handy lip. In addition, another feature that I love is I do love that it has measurements top, bottom, and middle. Again, a lot of times if you have measurements in just one area and you go to put your paper in it, now you're hiding them, right? And so when I go to put my paper in, I can still kind of eyeball. It also has marks every 1/4 of an inch all the way up and down, so it's going to allow me to really help keep my paper straight. And another benefit, because you have all the numbers in 3 places, this is an extremely friendly trimmer for those that are left-handed. My left-handed customers and team members use it in this direction with the cutting blade over here on the left-hand side, because they can still access all of the numbers. They can work with it in a way that works for them. And then the arm still folds out, and again, they can work left to right, and that works great for them. You did see that it has this arm that extends out, which gives you 17 inches of cutting space, which means that you can cut 12 by 12 paper on a diagonal. In addition, you have the nice rubber feet. This cutting tool, if it's one that you're purchasing as a gift, I'm going to include 4 of the refill blades. The blades last an extremely long time, but it has been my experience that most crafters craft late into the evening on the weekends. And since this is a trimmer that's exclusive to Stampin' Up, you can't just run to any store and get refill blades for it. So I like having the reinkers, the refill blades, things that, again, I might want at midnight on a Saturday night, and I don't want to wait 6-7 days for it to arrive. So that's our paper trimmer. Let's set that off to a side. Another really thoughtful, wonderful gift for a crafter that is using rubber stamps in their crafting is a full set of Stampin' Up blocks. And the blocks are sold as a cost-saving bundle. And then you can definitely step it up even another layer with the amazing carrying case that is available for the blocks. Now, the stickers don't come with it. That's just something I did. I grew up in an era of Mad Magazine and stickers and bubble gum, things like that. So I'm just kind of used to putting stickers everywhere. But maybe some of you have a Cricut machine or other type of machine that works with vinyl, and you could put a really nice label on it for them. So the clear blocks are a really, really nice gift for your favorite crafter. Moving on, another great gift for your paper crafter is the Cut Emboss Machine. And this is going to allow them to do something called die cutting. It's also going to allow them to do paper embossing. That's different than the heat embossing with the ink and the powder. There's something called embossing folders, which actually add kind of an impression, a pattern and an impression to paper. Stampin' Up! Has 2 sizes. We have our standard cutting, die cut and emboss machine, and then we have our small little mini one, which is just too darn cute. What's nice about ours is that the sides do fold down and fold up, which again is going to have limited space. Then you don't have to worry about having tons and tons of space in the area that you're crafting. and it comes with all of the plates you need, and you'll be ready to be off die cutting. And I can talk to you a little bit more about those machines if that's something that interests you. Something else, and I don't have it on the table in front of me, is that I do offer something called product shares and paper shares. And that's where you would get just an extreme assortment of our designer papers, of our ribbons, and things like that. A lot of times as crafters, we really just want a little bit of everything. We don't necessarily want full packs of everything, but we just want a little taste of everything. And so in my newsletter tomorrow, I will be showcasing specialty paper specialty paper product shares, regular designer paper product shares, ribbon shares, all kinds of fun options for that. And then your favorite crafter will get a free gift with that purchase of upcoming sneak peek celebration paper. So they'll have something before the rest of the public will have them with that purchase. Then yet another idea for your favorite crafter is gift certificates. Gift certificates are amazing. We know that, you know, you can't go wrong with a gift card, right? One size fits all, right? Like, they can pick out exactly what they want. You don't have to worry about, ooh, do they have a heat tool? Do they have a trimmer? What don't they have? And they're available in any amount. $5, $10, $200, $500, $1,000, you know, there's just no minimum and there's no limit. One of the things that I do like to suggest, however, this time of the year is that if your budget allows it, a $50 gift card is a gift card that will actually come with a bonus gift when they redeem it in January and February. January and February is Stampin' Up's big celebration, and there are free gifts with purchase starting at the $50 value. So if this was $50 when they redeemed it, they would then be able to order a celebration item. And then the final gift, which I think is the absolute best gift in the entire world, and it's a gift that I suggest giving before November 30th this year because it's discounted $50, and that's a demonstrator starter kit. The starter kit has zero obligation. You are not required to do anything with that starter kit, but it does open the door to a lot of possibilities if you decide that you like those perks. Your crafter friend decides they like the perks of being a demonstrator. For $75, your favorite crafter, now through November 30th, will be able to select $125 of their product. They'll get a sample paper pumpkin kit. They're going to get free shipping on their $125 in product, their paper pumpkin kit. In addition, they're going to be able to shop from themselves. As soon as they get their kit in December, demonstrators will be pre-ordering before the public from the January catalog as well as earning celebration items. What's really cool about demonstrators is that we pay a discounted amount, but for example, during celebration, a $50 order earns you celebration items. We get credit as if we had spent that $50, but we pay 20% less. So really, really great perks of being a demonstrator. And right now, if you gave that gift early, they could get all of the things I just mentioned for only $75. So make sure you're on my mailing list. If you're not on my mailing list, just message me via Facebook or email me. I'll go back up to the description of this video and put my email in, because tomorrow's newsletter again will have details on which products I'm personally discounting for the next 2 weeks, which products come with a cute little stocking that will be mailed for you to use. It will also come with a tag, and which ones, because such as the trimmer and the cut and emboss are too big for a stocking, will come with a free gift as well as a gift tag. So I'm here to help play elf for you, to help you have an amazing crafty holiday by surprising your favorite crafter or making sure you get exactly what you want under the tree. Thanks, guys.